President Obama names a political operative as his Ebola czar, or response coordinator in White House language, as calls increase from within the president's own party for a travel ban. This is Special Report. Good evening, I'm Brett Baer. The fight to keep an Ebola outbreak that has killed more than 4,400 people in West Africa from ever breaking out here has a new leader tonight. Klain is what the White House calls the Ebola response coordinator. They concede he has zero experience in medicine, but plenty in partisan politics, and the White House points out in government coordination and congressional relations. Meanwhile, more examples tonight of the kind of challenges that even a hint of an Ebola connection can bring. We have Fox Team coverage. Jonathan Serra is at the CDC headquarters in Atlanta with the difficulty in dealing with and tracking down people who may have been exposed to the virus. But we begin with Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen at the White House tonight with reaction to and questions about this new layer of bureaucracy on Ebola. Good evening, James.
Brett, good evening to you. Republican lawmakers were quick to raise questions about President Obama's choice for an Ebola czar, and the White House was quick to dismiss those questions as an effort to, quote, score political points. In selecting as his Ebola response coordinator Klain, a veteran Democratic campaign operative and former chief of staff to Vice Presidents Gore and Biden, White House aides said President Obama wanted someone with extensive management experience.
What we were looking for is not an Ebola expert, but rather an implementation expert. And that's exactly what Klain is.
A number of Republicans, however, found Klain's prior experience wanting.
But zero experience in the medical area, zero experience in infectious disease control. While the American people are trying to have more calm and more focus, and this is the job of what the CDC and the White House and HHS ought to be doing. What we're hearing is let's put someone in charge who has no idea what we're talking about.
The White House cited Klain's role implementing the $830 billion federal stimulus spending program that, depending on whom you ask, either aided or impeded the country's recovery from the Great Recession. Obama aides also said Klain's appointment was no rebuke to the job Homeland Security Advisor Lisa Monaco had been doing in coordinating the Ebola response. Rather, they said Klain, unlike Monaco, will be able to devote 100% of his time to the Ebola effort. When exactly did it dawn on President Obama that Lisa Monaco wouldn't be able to devote 100% of her time to the Ebola situation?
The president has spent a significant amount of time in the last couple of days in particular with his team who is responding to this particular situation. And he has been carefully assessing the response that's been in place.
In addition to Monaco, President Obama already had on his team Christy Conagallo, serving since May in the newly created job of Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Implementation, and over at the Department of Health and Human Services, an Assistant Secretary for Preparedness and Response, Dr. Nicole Lurie, whose job the HHS website describes as, quote, to lead the nation in preventing, responding to, and recovering from the adverse health effects of public health emergencies.
We're here to help individuals and communities get prepared so that if anything bad happens in a health emergency, they are ready and they can recover as quickly as possible. And we're here to help them plan for that, we're here to help them do that, and we're here to help them recover.
When asked whether Klain will be drawing a federal salary, the White House had no answer. Officials said he will begin his work very soon and that he will stay on the job an estimated 5 to 6 months. Brett?
James Rosen live on the North Lawn. James, thank you.